October 28th. I knew, but of course I had to check it out by laying out the terrain. I strolled by most of the places I had visited yesterday, wondering who else might have figured it out yet. I saw the vicar, and he saw me from a distance after Tikla brought her notice of me to his attention, just in passing. He was carrying a carton into the vicarage from a wagon, and he stopped to glare. He was still wearing the bandage on his ear. The great detective, in his Mrs. Enderby disguise, happened to be in a tree in the yard with a pair of binoculars when I passed. He called out to me, "Snuff! Please come here." I kept going. The sun was shining intermittently through masses of clouds. More leaves falling and fallen were scudding in the breezes. I headed south. Bobo had set up housekeeping in our basement. He wandered the house, though, with our leave, and ate with me in the kitchen. "What became of the things in the mirror? Or to the mirror, for that matter?" he asked. So I told him the story of the attack following our trip into town. And that, of course, led into the story of our trip into town. "I wouldn't put it past the vicar," he said. "He's taken many a shot at me with that crossbow of his, and I never did anything to him except hunt through his dustbin on occasion. Is that cause to put an arrow through a fellow? Oh, I hope he messes the final business, and you fellows blow him into oblivion." "Just how much do you know about the game anyway?" I asked. "I've heard a lot. I've seen a lot. Everybody talked pretty freely because they assumed I was a part of it. After a time, I almost got to feeling like I was. I knew so much about it." He proceeded to tell me the story of how a number of the proper people are attracted to the proper place, on the proper year, on the night of the Lonesome October, when the moon shines full on Halloween. This night the way may be opened for the return of the elder gods to earth, and of how some people would assist in the opening, and others would strive to keep the way closed. For ages, the closers had won, often just barely, and there were stories of a shadowy man, half mad, a killer, a wanderer, and his dog who always showed up to the attempt at the closing. Some said that he was Cain himself, doomed to walk the earth marked. Others said he'd made a pact with one of the elders who secretly wished to thwart the others. No one really knew. People would acquire certain tools and other objects of power and meet together at the designated spot and attempt to work their wills. The winners walked away. The losers suffered for their presumption by a reaction from cosmic principles involved in the attempt. Then he named the players and the tools, adding an awareness of the calculations, of divinations, of magical attacks and defenses. "Bobo," I said, "you have impressed me as few have impressed me, learning all that without giving yourself away." "Rats have strong survival instincts," he said. "I needed to know it to stay safe in this area." "No, you didn't. You could have remained out of it and gone about your business. The deception itself was a lot more dangerous." "All right, I got curious about all these cryptic comments I kept hearing. Probably too curious for my own good. What it was, I think, is I enjoyed pretending I was playing too. I'd never done anything important before, and it felt good." "Come on," I told him. "Get up on my back, and I'll take you to see the gypsies. Good music and all." We stayed late at camp. I don't have that many friends, and it was a good evening. As I made my way to Dog's Nest, I came across another set of huge, misshapen footprints at the hill's base. There were some on top, too, and I wondered whether the experiment man would go away now that his home was destroyed. I made a circuit of the hilltop, drawing my lines again, laying them upon the land, excluding the ruined farmhouse to the south now, which moved things considerably northward, taking into account the two satellite graves, trying it both with and without Larry's place in the formation. With it, it came to a nothing wilderness spot. Without it, however, I came to a place already touched by the high powers. I was standing on it. It was here, Dog's Nest, amid the broken circle of stone where the final act would take place. Larry was just a friend of the court. I threw back my head and howled. The design was complete. On the rock where our earlier adventure had begun, the inscription flared briefly. I departed quickly, skipping down the hill. Midnight. "I found it, Jack," I said, and I told him Bobo's story. "And subtracting the good doctor leaves us atop my hill," I concluded. "Of course, the others will divine it within the next few days, and word'll be passed." That's true. I can only remember one other time when no one figured it properly. Oh, that was a long time ago. Yes, and we all sat down to dinner together, made a joke of it, and went our ways. Such things are rare. Indeed. Jack looked up. "I think this one will be a close one, Snuff." "So do I. And it's been a strange one from the start. That quality may carry through." Just a feeling. I trust your instincts. We must be ready for anything. It's too bad about Jill and Greymouth. "I've decided I will stay friends with them until the end," I said. He squeezed my shoulder. "As you will, stiff upper lip friend." "That's how I smile," I said.